Hi guys! So I was on YouTube yesterday, I'm on YouTube a lot, and was like, hey, I haven't made a video in a while and I don't know, I just have stuff to talk about. Actually, I take that back. I have made videos, I just haven't posted them. Most of the time it was me getting home from work in the middle of the night and having a lot of energy and having a lot of thoughts, and I'd sit in my kitchen with bad lighting and talk and ramble, and I never felt like any of them, I don't know, I didn't feel like posting any of them. They were pretty incoherent most of the time. But anyway, I decided to make a video today. Funny thing is, my last videos I had purple hair, but I haven't had purple hair all summer. I had red hair all summer, and now I went back to purple. I'm actually thinking of cutting it, like a short haircut, maybe shaving it, I don't know. Because it's kind of dead, and the red I could not get out, so it's like really patchy. But anyway, get that out of the way. My room is still a mess, but I have a bed, and the rest of my apartment is pretty messy, but I have furniture. I just got my Christmas tree. I'm so excited. I love Christmas. We can just like skip Thanksgiving, even though I'm having Thanksgiving dinner tonight. So I worked on Thanksgiving, and my dad's side of the family got together, but I couldn't go. But today, my family from Pennsylvania is coming up, or has come up, and we're having Thanksgiving at my aunt's. So I'm excited for that. I kind of dressed up. You can't see it, obviously, but I have a skirt on, which is crazy. But yeah, so I thought I would make a video, and yeah, let's get into it. It's kind of about recovery. So I have officially, in my eyes, been in recovery for almost exactly a year. Obviously I've had some slips and issues, which I'll get into. I'm not going to go into detail with behaviors, but just trigger warning. But anyway, so not this last summer, but over a year ago, I got a job and I started doing better, and started gaining weight and really working towards recovery and wanting to recover, but I was still really struggling with binging and purging. Like I just couldn't break that cycle. But right before Thanksgiving last year, my entire family got COVID and we were quarantined, and it really helped me break that cycle. Number one, because I felt like crap. I didn't have COVID that bad, but it felt like a really bad sinus infection. So I just had like a headache constantly, and purging just makes that worse. So I didn't really want to do that. Also, obviously my whole family was quarantined and in a house with 6 people. It's kind of hard to get away with behaviors. And since I wasn't feeling well, I just didn't want to make the effort. And thirdly, I was quarantined. I couldn't buy binge food. So yeah. Anyway, so that really broke the cycle. And I still struggled with purging a little bit, but it was vastly improved. And I really like turned this corner in my recovery to where I didn't feel like I was depending on it and that it was so like compulsory. So anyway, yeah, it's been a year since that happened. Like I said, I've had some slips. I've had some rough weeks where I've purged more. I've had some times when I've restricted. But even though body image, which is like a whole nother topic, is kind of really crappy and has been for a while because of weight gain, I'm still like maintaining my weight. So that's good. I'm also almost a year clean from self-harm and alcohol abuse. So the end of December, a couple days after Christmas, will be a year, which is insane. But I want to make a different video about recovery from self-harm. But yeah, craziness. Yeah, so otherwise in life, I have, well, the positives are I'm still living on my own, still paying for things, completely independent of my parents, working full-time, got a couple raises, was promoted to assistant manager, which can be hella stressful, definitely. but also feels good. It feels good to know that I'm good at my job, and I truly believe that I am, even though it's not like my dream job, and I'm planning on, going back to school in the future, hopefully near future. Sorry, I keep rubbing my eye. I have mascara on, and also my hair keeps getting in my eyes, so sorry. Anyway, yeah, so working a lot. I also have a side business of pet and house sitting and dog walking, so that keeps me busy too. This last week was exhausting because obviously I worked all week, even with the holidays, and I was pet sitting because the person that my number one client, went away for Thanksgiving to see her family. So anyway, it's been a long week. I'm really tired. I'm sleep deprived, but hopefully after dinner tonight, I can come home and go to bed early and sleep in tomorrow. So that should be good. Let's see. The less positives have just been in the last month or two. My seasonal depression has gotten so bad. Fall is fun. And I like Halloween. I like fall. But I hate winter. I like Christmas, but after December, I'm it needs to be summer again because I can't handle this. So there's that dread, but I think some of it is also chemical with the sun and everything else. And I've been trying to combat that with vitamin D and different things like that. But it's really hard because I'm still on medication, obviously. But this spring and summer, especially being in recovery and using less behaviors and, coping in healthy ways, I was really feeling good. Anxiety, depression has been way better. Anxiety is way better than it's ever been, pretty much. But I think some of that is just learning skills and learning more about myself and how I need to handle that. I still have chronic stress, which does not help my mental health or my physical health. But anyway, back to the depression. It's been rough. Reason why I got my Christmas tree early, because I was trying to cheer myself up, motivate myself to clean, which has been hard. It's been hard to stay on track with just doing adult functions because I'm so exhausted from work. I don't really do anything extra besides take care of my pets on work days. And then I procrastinate grocery shopping and filling my prescriptions and paying bills. And then I feel anxious about it because I'm oh shit, I have all this stuff to do. But, and then on top of that, I've never been able to really stay on top of housework and cleaning. I think some of it is just procrastination, and then I get anxious, and then I get overwhelmed, especially with my ADHD. I have a hard time focusing and cleaning. When I do have the energy and mental capacity to clean, I end up, it's very sporadic. I get it all done, but it's very I'll put a couple clothes away, do some laundry, do some dishes, but not all the dishes, sweep and mop one area of my house, and then clean part of my bathroom, and then it's just very chaotic, so I get overwhelmed. And like I said, I've just been physically exhausted from work too, so it's kind of hard to differentiate between depression tired, just mentally feeling tired from stress and being with people at work, and then just the physical tired because my job is very physically demanding. And then when I'm walking the dogs, that's walking dogs 3 times a day, and they're 2 very high energy, and it's physically tiring. So anyway, trying to stay on top of just basic stuff, and also trying to give myself breaks and some self-care and not feel guilty, because I used to, before I really accepted that I wasn't a bad person, it was my depression. I used to just feel lazy all the time. And I don't really feel lazy, but I feel frustrated because I wish I had more energy and motivation because I want to get things done. And over the summer, I was really more on top of it because I just had more energy. But now it's just been rough. And yeah, the days will start getting longer in December. It's the winter equinox or whatever. But I still tend to be depressed for a couple months just because it's cold out, it's snowing, I can't do stuff with my horses, everything's kind of harder to take care of them. I'm cold all the time, I don't really feel like doing anything. So I'm trying not to get myself too worked up about it, like, oh my God, it's gonna be winter forever, and that like dread, because that's just not productive or helpful. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. The depression is strong, baby, and it's difficult sometimes, and it can be isolating only because, like, so for example, this last weekend, the work week before that had been awful, for various reasons. We're very short-staffed, not chain of command. Like distribution has been messed up, so like our deliveries haven't been on time, so then like it's a whole mess. So anyway, I was exhausted and I was supposed to do something with my sister on Sunday, and I ended up texting her and being like, I'm first of all very tired, but also just mentally drained, and I just felt emotional. I felt like crying, and I ended up just staying in bed and sleeping a lot of the day, but I definitely needed that to kind of reboot because I was just burnt out. And thankfully my family is very understanding, and my sister was like, no, it's fine, like you need to do what you need to do, it's totally okay. And I love that about my sisters and my family, or my parents I should say, and even my aunts and uncles and everything. Honestly, the only people I have problems with are my dad's parents, my grandparents. So anyway, and then I had canceled plans the next day too, so Sunday and Monday are my days off, just because I still needed that time, and I also had a lot of stuff to do. I had to go grocery shopping, which that's been a problem, especially with eating and feeling okay about food and dealing with stuff, is like I end up running out of food, and then I still eat, obviously, but I tend to buy food at work, and sometimes it's not that it's unnutritious, but it's hard to find like safe foods, and I've really challenged safe and fear foods. I pretty much eat what I want most of the time. There's a few things that I tend to see myself picking the lower calorie option, but I try to challenge that. So anyway, yeah, it's been a time, but I can say that in general, I'm doing really well, and not looking forward to winter, but kind of excited for Christmas. It's my niece's first birthday in January, so I'm excited for that. Hopefully getting a tattoo soon, the new hairdo, hopefully, because that's always fun, and I really want my house cleaned, because I haven't even like finished decorating for Christmas or doing things because it's just a mess. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I just figured I would make a video. Don't know when I will upload it, hopefully today. So yeah, that's my life right now, and I'm depressed, but I'm happy. It's such a weird thing, because like I have this like, a lot of the times this like empty, or like anhedonia, which means like loss of feeling pleasure in things you usually enjoy, and just mental and physical exhaustion. But where my life is at right now, I'm very happy. Like I want to go back to school, but my job's not awful. Like I said, I'm good at my job, and it gives me a sense of accomplishment. I'm making a lot of money between that and house sitting, so that feels good. And yeah, I have things to look forward to, so overall I'm happy. I don't know where I was going with all of that. I kind of just rambled the last few minutes, but I'm gonna go and go to my aunt's for some Thanksgiving. Yay. All right, bye.